Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, it's time to go get your titles. We are well into the final week of Sources of Heroes. Finish upgrading your armor before the event ends with the weekly reset on September the 8th. If you still need time to finish any of the objectives required to unlock the white glows, you can continue to knock those out even after the event is over. Last week, we began to serve up new information on Stasis, starting with the new trailer. This week, we dug deeper into the Warlock Shadebinder and Titan Behemoth subclasses. There's lots of good info in there about how Stasis is going to shake up combat in Destiny this fall. You may be wondering, what about Hunters? Don't worry, we are saving the best for last, and you can read more about the Hunter Revenant subclass on September 8th. So from the editor's note right here, hey Guardians, Deej here. Hunters may be last, but they are not the best. We all know that all Guardians are created equal, assuming they are Warlocks. Yeah. What's this saving the best for last nonsense with Hunters? Now, we did do a Titans Behemoth breakdown earlier, if you want to go look at that. Essentially just talking about the subclass, what's happening, its abilities, its fragments and aspects, etc. We're going to be covering Warlock at some point this weekend, so be looking out for that, my Warlock mains. Gonna bring out that inner Gandalf? Yeah? Triumphs Evolve. A few weeks ago, we shared more details about the DCV, also known as the Destiny Content Vault. We mentioned that you should start finishing off any triumphs associated with content that is going into the vault, but we didn't go into details on how seals and titles would be affected. Separate from the DCV, we have plans to rework triumphs all up, and the Destiny dev team is here to share what they have planned. Destiny dev team, hello Destiny community. We're sure you have a ton of questions about triumphs, particularly what happens to triumphs once the content associated with them goes into the Destiny Content Vault. We're updating how triumphs will work going forward and want to walk you through how everything will look starting on November 10th. So first up, the goals. Provide pursuits for all players. Provide seasonal pursuits that match each season of Destiny. Provide destination pursuits for each new destination in Destiny. Ensure everyone can show off their accomplishments. Make all triumphs have a score. Make sure it's clear what happens when content goes into the DCV. Hopefully this write-up will answer your questions and lead to more discussion going forward. Alrighty then. Evolving World. We touched on the subject the last time we talked to you about triumphs. It's critical to us that there are challenging triumphs each season, and that only the most dedicated among you earn them all and hit the max score. Here's looking at you, Ilulu. At the same time, it's also important that even the freshest kindergarten has the same chance to climb that mountain, no matter when they join the Destiny community, given, of course, that they put the time and dedication in for the content available to them. For Shadowkeep and the base Destiny 2 experience, we try to do this by combing through each triumph individually, looking to see if it was still achievable, and then taking the score away from any triumph that can no longer be earned. While it achieved most of our goals, it didn't give you the ability to plan your attack to earn absolutely everything you wanted to, and there wasn't a good predictor on when things would go away. For us to hit our goals, we knew that we needed to make some changes with how we are delivering triumphs to players. So an evolving set of triumphs for an evolving world. Ooh, okay. What are we going to do? First, we're going to reorganize triumphs to make them more compatible with our evolving world. Create a career score that represents the totality of what you've done in Destiny 2. Create an active score for the things that can be done now in the live game. Focus our generic triumphs into a leaner lifetime set that covers the basics of being a Guardian. Organize the rest of triumphs around seasons and destinations. Also track the history of what you've done as legacy triumphs. Man, I wish I was a completionist player, man. Look. It's 2011. I just got 99 in every stat in RuneScape except one. And I purposely went out of my way to not get that last 99. Dude, I got a problem. I don't know what it is. It's like reading books, man. I'll read to the last chapter and be like, nah, don't care. Now, Beyond Light will include a set of triumphs that targets this year's destination, Europa. These triumphs all have a score. They include the content on the destination, story missions, strikes, raids, lost sectors, and yes, even more secrets. There'll be a set of triumphs that targets Season 12's content. The triumphs will all have a score. We like the pattern rewarding seasonal currency for completing these triumphs and will continue to do so. These triumphs will stick around for as long as seasonal content does. While active, seasonal triumph score will still contribute to your active score. Whoa. Triumphs will stick around for as long as the seasonal content does. Okay, all right. I didn't know what they were saying there, guys. I looked a little too deep. I thought they were trying to say that seasonal content is going away because seasons are going away. Really? That needs to be a topic of discussion. I thought we talked about this. Like we were going to move to a more annualized, is that a word? Annualized package of expansion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we did discuss that at one point this year because we even said, yay, we're returning to Forsaken's model. Moving on though, when the seasonal content is no longer available, the seasonal set moves under Legacy Triumphs. They no longer contribute to your active score, but they will still contribute to your career score. Okay. The lifetime set will be about teaching players all the things you can do in Destiny. These will mostly target new players as they join our ranks. They will focus on helping players explore Destiny's sandbox and game modes. If new systems are added to the game, this pool will grow. This is actually an image of the updated Triumphs. Sharp eyes will notice that we've moved Meadows, Catalyst, and Lore off into their own sections, but more on that later. This definitely does look cleaner, I guess. Hold on. Let's look. You got Meadows, Exotic Catalyst, Lore, Stat Trackers. Okay. Then you got your Seals, and then your Triumphs. And then what am I looking at? Is the 8,810 the active score? And the 16,770? That's the lifetime score, right? Okay. And I guess you can just like flex whichever one you want. Am I getting that right? Now you keep saying Legacy Triumphs. What is that? For this year, in-game, we'll remember your total Triumph score and display it on the updated Triumph screen. In-game, we'll remember every Triumph that contributed to a seal and display them under Legacy Triumphs. In-game, we'll let you browse through the seals under Legacy Triumphs. You'll be able to equip the titles you've earned going forward. We'll have a demonstration set targeting the Leviathan that shows how this works. We stored the completion state of every Triumph you finish or not, even for Triumphs no longer displayed in the game. Work is ongoing to flesh out the categories those Triumphs live in. Going forward, when content moves into the Destiny content vault, Triumph sets that are no longer earnable will become Legacy Triumphs. Legacy Triumphs will contribute to your career score, but not your active score. Okay, all right. You guys probably got it before I did. I just now understood what the hell's going on. Okay, well, that makes sense. Does it make sense to you? What about the things that can still be earned after November 10th? We'll break out the Luna, Dreaming City, Tangle Shore, EDZ, and Nessus Triumphs into their own destination sets and keep them available and contributing to your active Triumph score. We'll move your progress into any Triumph that still exists. In some cases, we reduce the size of the Triumph sets to make this easier to understand for new players, Gambit, Crucible, and Vanguard. In other cases, we increase the size of the set and added rewards. Lifetime set. Okay. Does this mean some seals may no longer be earnable? Yes. With a bunch of content going into the DCV, there are seals and their corresponding titles that will no longer be earnable when Beyond Light is released. So earnable in Beyond Light, Crucible, Unbroken, Gambit, Dredged, Flawless, Conquer, Shadowkeep, Harbinger, Garden of Salvation, Enlighten, Dreaming City, Cursebreaker, Last Wish, Riven'sbane, Beyond Light, Redacted, Season 12, Redacted, and Redacted. Ooh, that last one, Redacted. Why don't you just say Season 13, Redacted? Bungie, what you doing here? What's that? Move to Legacy and Beyond Light, and no longer earnable. Shadow Rises, Shadow, Reckoner, Black Armory, Blacksmith, Destinations, Wayfarer, Lore, Chronicler. The hell's that word? Chronicler. Boom! Season 5 through Season 11 titles. Wow, okay. All right, yeah, those are the titles. I don't know. Do you do Triumphs for the score, or do you do them from the titles? I do them from the titles, and I also do them for the seasonal currencies, which is kind of nice. What were you saying about Meadows, Catalyst, and Lore moving? Meadows and Catalyst will now have their own sections to make them more visible and easier to keep track of. Lore will also have its own section and a brand new UI to show off the book covers and improve reading experience. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes me and the lady just like to just sit back, light a candle, and read some Destiny lore. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Nothing gets the room hot and steamy than reading about Saint 14, Bone, and Vex. You know what I mean? All lore up through Season of Arrivals will be available to all players. The game will still show how many of the pages you earned, but everyone will be able to read everything now. So if you want to see X out of X pages earned, go earn any missing lore pages before the end of the season as well. New lore will be unlocked through Triumphs going forward and eventually made available to everyone when they become Legacy Triumphs. Well, there you go. We know it's a lot to absorb, but we think this moves us much closer to our goals of providing interesting and compelling pursuits season over season and year over year while letting everyone participate. Please share any questions or feedback you have on the new Triumph plan in all of the usual places. I think this is probably the best route for Triumphs, right? It's got a way of still sticking around even after the DCV takes over some of these places and locations and destinations. On top of that, You gotta wait to include new light players and free-to-play players. I think at the end of the day, though, we're just gonna have to see how it works in practice. How confusing is it? Is it engaging enough? Because that's like the big thing for me with Triumphs, right? Is it engaging enough? Moving on, though, to the best and most engaging activity, though, in the game, Iron Banner. Oh, Lord Saladin returns to the tower once again next week, encouraging Guardians to don their most powerful gear and show their might. Powerful rewards await for all who enter the Iron Banner. Iron Banner begins, guys, yeah, next week. Bonus Valor is happening. You know you love it, man. Look at that. Auto Rifle Sidearm. Don't know if you have it. Again, got the new Iron Banner perks, which are actually pretty good, man. Really, really. Better, faster transfer. Have you ever been trying to pull a specific weapon from your vault in the middle of a strike and had to wait precious seconds for it to transmat into your inventory? With the latest improvements, transferring items with the companion app or third-party apps is now roughly 10 times faster than before. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go download the Destiny 2 companion app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Yeah, there is a companion app. I actually use Destiny Item Manager. There's like Ishtar Commander. It states that it's 10 times faster for everything now. Bungie states, for those of you who are curious about the technical underpinnings, the BNet team has refactored the way that the key components of the API flow are processed on the back end and removed affinization? Affinization? I'm thinking like affinity. Affinitization? Am I saying that right? Okay, that thing has been removed. Thank God. Can't even say this word. The hell is this? Essentially, though, guys, things are faster. All right. Love they called it the BNet team, right? That's bold. Because like battle.net, you know what I mean? AKA Blizzard. But I guess it stands for Bungie Net Team. Bungie Net Team. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but things are supposed to be faster. I have not tested it, but I'm getting the stopwatch out right now, damn it. We're about to see if this is actually faster or not, Bungie or BNet. Outside of that, guys, the game will be knocked off September 8th for just a little bit. Some service maintenance. Supposed to begin an exotic sidearm next week, or so we think. Who knows? Could be delayed. But that's pretty much your TWAB, fellas. Again, if you haven't gotten the Majestic and Magnificent sets yet, you got a few more days left. I did it on my Titan. I have not done it for my other classes yet. But if you are in the process of still doing these things to earn those armor sets, or just trying to do triumphs, yo, come by our Discord. We've got some other hardworking individuals, folks from all walks of life, who just like to sit back and game at night and not take no shit from LFG. So feel free to come by and check us out. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.